Summer is here, and today we're making this delicious lemon blueberry cheesecake. It's got a lemony cookie crust, a tart filling, and sweet blueberries swirled all through. Welcome back to Paul and Benny. Let's get started. I'm crushing up some Nilla Wafers in a Ziploc bag with a rolling pin. Of course, you could put them in a food processor if you wanted a really fine crumb, but I like some chunks of cookie. I've never been a fan of, of that texture you get from like a store-bought graham cracker crust. I've never liked it. But to each their own. By the way, you could definitely use graham crackers, but since we're going to make a lemon cookie crust, I'm going with the Nilla Wafers, so it's a lighter flavor, won't get overpowered by the graham. You could also use some lemon cookies if you'd like. So now that they're crushed, I'm zesting up my lemon. Be careful not to get any of the white part if possible. But we want that zest all down in our cookies. It's going to perfume it beautifully. Then we're going to add some sugar, and we're going to add our melted butter. By the way, all the ingredient amounts are in the recipe in the caption below. Okay, we're just going to give it a good mix, make sure everything's really well combined. Next, we're going to take our crumb mixture and press it firmly into the bottom of our springform pan. You do want to get some on the edges all the way around. It doesn't have to be a thick layer, but you want to be sure that there's a edge of cookie crust on each bite of cake. So be sure you press them along the edges. Spatula is probably not going to press it very firmly, so you're going to have to get in there with your hands and give it a good press. Move things around if you need to, just to be sure things are as even as possible. Your oven should be preheated to 350 degrees, and I like to bake it for 8 to 12 minutes. I usually go more towards the 12. I like it toasty. The berries are so beautiful this time of year. They're so good, they're inexpensive. Fresh berries are just the best. So we're going to start with a cup of berries in our saucepan with some sugar and water, and we're going to get them over some high heat or medium high heat. Be sure to give them a good stir. Don't want anything to scorch. And we're going to put them in the pan, and we're going to watch them constantly until they come to a boil. Right away, you'll notice the berries start giving off this really pretty pink purple color to the water, and the berries start changing colors and getting brighter. And we're just going to let them keep bubbling. Just don't walk away, because the sugar can burn so quickly. There's not a lot of water. It evaporates really, really fast. But we're going to let this cook down until the berries burst, and we basically have a blueberry jam in the bottom of our pot. We're going to let most of the water cook out. It's going to get really thick and really delicious. I think I cooked mine a total of 3 minutes, but after the first minute, I had to keep stirring constantly and reduce the heat a little bit. It's going to thicken up like this, and it's going to coat the back of your spoon really easily. Like, it's not even going to drip off unless you shake it. It's like thick, thick syrup. At this point, we're going to stir in 1 more cup of blueberries, and we're not going to cook them. We're going to stir them in gently but thoroughly, so each of those beautiful berries is covered in this really glistening, sticky, sweet syrup. This is so good, you guys. It's like you took berries and dipped them in blueberry jam. It's so delicious. Now we can set this aside and just let it cool. Our lemony butter crust is done, and look how nice it came out. It's perfect golden brown. I wouldn't bake it any further because it's going to continue to bake when we bake our cake. I just love the way it came out. You can smell those toasty butter crumbs. And now for the last step, our filling. Your cream cheese should be so soft that you can literally just squeeze it right out of the tube, just like toothpaste. It's probably been sitting out about 3 hours. I know food regulation people will tell you never leave it out more than 2 hours or something, it could spoil, but trust me, I leave it out overnight sometimes if it needs to be soft for morning bakes. I've never had a problem with it. It's sealed, it's pasteurized, you're good. But you do what you're comfortable with. This has been sitting out till it's completely soft. I could stir it with a spoon, and then I'm cracking my eggs one at a time into a bowl. I've learned my lesson about cracking right into the mixing bowl. It only took once, and yeah, I had an egg that was completely full of blood, so I never did that again. Or I try not to do that again, especially when I'm making something special. Scrambled eggs, I wouldn't mind throwing one away, but this is different. So I'm going to add our lemon here, and I'm going to start with 2 tablespoons. Usually in a regular cheesecake recipe, I have 2 teaspoons of lemon, but we're going to go with 2 tablespoons here, being careful to catch all the seeds. These are some really juicy lemons. Now I'm going to add about half teaspoon of sea salt, and I'm going to add a good teaspoon of vanilla, maybe a splash more. I should have mixed this up at this point, but it was late at night and I was just going rogue in the kitchen trying to get it done. So I'm adding my granulated sugar here. I believe it's 3/4 cup, and that should really be mixed in well before you add your flour. But I didn't, and everything turned out perfectly, thank God. So I'm adding my flour here, and I thought maybe I don't have to get out the mixer. I'm just going to get a whisk. Um, I immediately realized that that wasn't the case and got out my hand mixer and took care of business. You don't really have to worry about over mixing the flour at this point. It's not going to get stiff like a dough. There's not a lot of liquid in here, and there's a small amount of flour. At this point, once you have it smooth, I'm going to add in my milk, which I should have already added, and we're going to mix it till it's a really, really smooth consistency. Scrape down the bottom of the bowl and the sides of the bowl, making sure there's no cream cheese or flour stuck there, and we'll mix it some more. I decided at this point another tablespoon of lemon would be just perfect. Another good mix, and we'll give it a taste. Let's start.
Okay, I'm gonna take this. Ooh, that tastes like lemon yogurt. That's delicious.
We forgot to hit record, but you'll notice we put the batter in the crust and spooned the berries gently on top of the batter. I'm just taking a chopstick and gently giving a little push, a little swirl to mix in the berries very gently. I don't want them in the bottom of the cake, but just a little push here and there. And then I'm taking the reserved half cup of batter that I left in the bowl, just ever so gently covering up the rest of the berries and giving it a swirl. You don't want to stir too much because you don't want a blue cake. I mean, unless you want a blue cake, but just a little bit of a swirl will get the job done. I'd like to give the cake a couple taps on the counter and give it a little shimmy, just to make sure things are as level as possible, make sure it comes out real pretty. And I'm putting it in the oven, 350 degrees. Oh yeah, and a pan of water to get it nice and steamy in there. Hopefully it won't get too brown on the top. And close the door and we wait. Oh, and after 10 minutes, I turn the temperature down to 340, just so it's a nice slow bake. And look, in no time, it's gorgeous. This baked for a total of 50 minutes, and then we turned the oven off and left the door closed and let it set in there another 30 minutes with no oven on. Just let it sit there in the heat and continue to bake. It cooled on the counter for about 2.5 hours before I put it in the fridge to sit overnight. And this is the next morning. I'm so excited. Look at it. It's all shiny and golden and wow. Like we just picked it up at a really good bakery. But nope, it's been sitting right there at home waiting for us all night long. One tip for really nice looking pieces of cake or cheesecake is in between slices, wipe off the blade completely. So you make one slice, wipe off the blade, make the next, and your slices come out really nice looking, really clean slices. This has been in the refrigerator chilling all night long, and we normally don't eat cheesecake at 10 in the morning, but I can't wait to give this a try. You can see it's full of that blueberry filling. There's still some whole blueberries held together. Got that thick, toasty lemon cookie crust. Let it go a good bit over. I like a good toast on those cookies. And it's really beautiful inside. See, it's rich and tender. A little slice of lemon for garnish, because, you got to do something extra. And I can smell the lemon coming off it. Like my mouth juices are already going. Big bite. That's so good. You get lemon right off the bat. Let me get a piece of that blueberry. You get lemon right off the bat. It's not overly sweet. It's not way too tart. Let me see. The blueberry with the lemon, obviously, it's a natural combo. But I'm so glad I added the extra lemon juice. You get lemon in the crust, lemon in the cheesecake. It's lemon all the way through, but it's not like, ooh, that's sour. It's not sour at all. It's just beautiful lemon flavor. It pairs great when you get a bite of blueberry. You should make it now before summer gets too hot. So you don't have the oven on middle of July. So you make this, you put it in an airtight container and you freeze it, slices or whole. Then when you have an event this summer, you have a pool party, a birthday, 4th of July, you have delicious summer dessert and you don't have to bake it when it's hot out. Guys, this is so good. You got to make this.
Okay, so it's 10:30 in the morning. I'm recording Paul tasting it, and he's like, "Here, taste it." I promise, like he said, we don't have cheesecake for breakfast, but this is the exception today. So I love a crust, so I'm going to take a big chunk of the crust. Look at that, nice and toasty. Let's taste it. This is so good. Definitely worth a breakfast for sure. It's very lemony. You get it in, like Paul said, in the cheesecake. You get it in the crust. Those blueberries are nice little like juicy parts, like little pop of flavor. It just blends together really well. Um, I'm a huge fan of cheesecake, and every time Paul makes a cheesecake, it's always delicious. But this is the perfect summer cheesecake. Like you said, this frozen, and you just cut off a piece. Oh, when it's like 110 outside, oh my, this would be perfect for a summer treat. Make this now. It's delicious. I'm gonna have another piece. This has way more blueberries in it, which are so delicious and so flavorful. Mmm. So good. This is going to be the fuel for my morning run. So go make this. Tell us what you think down in the comments. So Paul will be pumping out delicious cheesecake recipes the rest of the summer. So make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell. And if you love blueberry lemon cheesecake like I do, make sure you hit the like button on this one. It is so delicious. As always, Paul is behind the camera right now. I'm Benny. We're both grateful for delicious lemon blueberry cheesecake, and we're grateful for you watching.